14 items smart cruisers leave at home for cruises. 2025 update. You've been packing wrong this entire time? That suitcase stuffed with formal wear, power strips, and just-in-case items? Experienced cruisers are laughing at you. Not to be mean, but because they used to make the exact same mistakes. Until they learned what actually happens when you bring certain items on board in 2025. Some of these things will get confiscated at security. Others will sit untouched in your cabin, taking up precious space. And a few might even get you kicked off the ship entirely. Today, I'm revealing the 14 items that smart cruisers have completely eliminated from their packing lists. And some of these are going to shock you, especially number 9. It's something cruise lines used to encourage you to bring, but now it could cost you hundreds of dollars if security finds it in your bag. And stick around for number 14, because it's the one thing 90% of cruisers still pack that experienced travelers say is the biggest waste of suitcase space ever. Let's dive in. Number 1. The tuxedo that nobody cares about anymore. Remember when cruise formal nights meant black tie, no exceptions? When men rented tuxedos and women bought gowns they'd wear exactly twice? Well, here's what the cruise lines don't want you to know. Nobody's enforcing dress codes anymore. And I mean nobody. Royal Caribbean literally changed formal night to dress your best in 2024. You know what that means? It means wear whatever the hell you want. I watched a guy walk into the main dining room on formal night wearing cargo shorts and a Hawaiian shirt. The host smiled and seated him immediately. No questions asked. One cruise blogger tested this on 7 different ships. She wore jeans and a nice top to every formal dinner. Never got turned away once. Not once. The maitre d' doesn't care. The waiters don't care. The only people who care are the ones who pack 3 suitcases full of formal wear they'll never wear again. Here's the real kicker. Cruise lines stopped offering tuxedo rentals on board. They know formal nights are dying. Now you have to rent from some third-party company, have it shipped to your house 2 weeks before sailing, and pray it fits. Or you could just pack a collared shirt and call it a day. Guess which one experienced cruisers choose? Number 2. Power strips that will get you flagged at security. This one's going to hurt because you probably have a cruise-approved power strip sitting in your Amazon cart right now. Delete it. Royal Caribbean just banned all power strips in 2024. Every single one, even the ones without surge protection that used to be okay. You know what happens when security finds it? Best case, they confiscate it and you never see it again. Worst case, they flag you as a potential fire hazard and you get the special security treatment for the rest of the cruise. One passenger reported getting pulled aside for random searches 3 times after trying to bring a power strip on board. But here's what they don't tell you. Modern cruise ships have more outlets than ever. The newest Royal Caribbean ships have 6 USB ports per cabin. Even older Norwegian ships got retrofitted with bedside USB charging. You don't need a power strip. You need to stop packing like it's 2015. The only thing allowed now? Those USB multi-plug outlets with proper safety markings. No electrical outlets, no surge protection, just USB. And even then, security might give you grief. Experienced cruisers skip the hassle entirely and just bring a couple of charging cables. Number 3. Toiletries you think you need but don't. Stop packing full-size shampoo bottles. Just stop. Every single cruise line provides shampoo and body wash. Every single one. Yes, even the budget lines. But here's where it gets interesting. And this is what separates the rookies from the veterans. Royal Caribbean provides that awful 3-in-1 shampoo conditioner body wash combo that makes your hair feel like straw. So experienced cruisers on Royal bring travel-size conditioner only. Just conditioner. Princess and celebrity. They provide luxury toiletries that are better than what you have at home. Veterans pack nothing. One woman on a cruise forum admitted she used to pack her entire bathroom cabinet. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, face wash, 3 types of lotion, leave-in conditioner, hair masks. Her toiletry bag weighed more than her clothes. Then she discovered the ship provided everything except her specific face moisturizer. Now she brings exactly 2 items, sunscreen and moisturizer. That's it. The real secret? Those wall-mounted dispensers everyone complains about actually work fine. You're on vacation. Your hair doesn't need to look Instagram perfect every day. Save the suitcase space for something that matters. Number 4, that case of water bottles you're dragging around. Yes, technically you can bring water bottles on board. Most lines allow 12 bottles per person. But here's what happens in reality. You lug this heavy case through security, up the gangway, sweating like you're in a CrossFit competition. Then it sits in your tiny cabin taking up half the floor space because there's nowhere to store 24 water bottles. Meanwhile, there's a water station on every deck. Free, ice cold, available 24/7. Experienced cruisers bring 1 reusable water bottle, maybe 2. They fill it at the buffet, the pool deck, the gym, anywhere. No hauling, no storage issues, no plastic bottles everywhere. One veteran cruiser calculated the math. Those 12 bottles might save you $36 if you bought them all on board. But the hassle, the space, the weight, not worth it. Plus, here's what nobody tells you. Cabin stewards hate those water bottle cases. They're trying to clean around your water bottle fortress every day. Make their life easier. Leave the bottles at home. Number 5. Formal shoes you'll wear exactly once. Ladies, those gorgeous heels that match your formal dress perfectly, leave them. Gentlemen, those leather dress shoes you polish specifically for elegant night, don't bother. Experienced cruisers have learned the painful truth. Cruise ship decks and formal footwear are mortal enemies. Those beautiful teak decks, slippery as ice in heels, those elegant marble atriums, death traps after someone spills a drink. One woman shared her horror story. $300 Jimmy Choos, worn for exactly 37 minutes before she nearly face-planted down the grand staircase. They spent the rest of the cruise in the closet. Smart cruisers discovered the secret. One pair of nice-looking, comfortable shoes works for everything. Those dressy sandals with the slight wedge, perfect for formal night and lunch at the buffet. Those leather boat shoes, fine for the specialty restaurant and walking around port. You don't need a shoe for every occasion. You need one versatile shoe that won't kill you on a moving ship. Number 6. CBD products that will ruin your vacation. This one's serious, so listen up. CBD oil, CBD gummies, CBD cream, CBD anything. I don't care if it's legal in your state. I don't care if you have a prescription. I don't care if it helps your anxiety, your arthritis, or your insomnia. Leave it home. Every major cruise line bans CBD products completely. Not mostly banned, not sometimes okay, completely prohibited. Zero tolerance. And here's the scary part. They're not just confiscating it anymore. People are getting detained, questioned, and in some cases, removed from the ship. One couple from California brought CBD gummies they bought legally from a dispensary. Security found them, called it drug possession, and they were escorted off the ship at the next port. No refund. Vacation ruined. All for some gummies they could have left at home. The cruise lines don't mess around with this because they sail through federal and international waters where CBD is still illegal. They can't risk it. Neither should you. Find alternative pain relief or sleep aids that won't get you kicked off your vacation. Number 7. Hair tools that do the same thing. 3 curling irons, a straightener, hot rollers, and a curling wand. That was one woman's essential hair tool collection for a 7-day cruise. She used exactly 1 curling iron, once for formal night. The rest collected dust while taking up half her suitcase. Here's what experienced cruisers know. Cruise hair is vacation hair. It's humid, it's windy, you're in and out of pools. That perfect blowout you're planning? Dead within an hour. That intricate updo? The sea breeze laughs at your hairspray. Veterans bring one versatile tool, or none at all. Most ships provide decent hair dryers now, wall-mounted and surprisingly powerful. Embrace the beachy waves, rock the messy bun. Nobody's judging your hair at the midnight buffet. They're too busy judging your third piece of pizza. Number 8. Exercise equipment you'll never touch. That resistance band set, those running shoes you swear you'll use this time, the yoga mat because you're definitely waking up for sunrise yoga on the deck. Stop lying to yourself. You're not working out on vacation, and that's okay. Statistics show less than 15% of cruisers use the gym regularly. Of those who pack workout gear, 73% never touch it. One honest cruiser admitted, "I've brought workout clothes on 12 cruises. Total gym visits, 2. Both times were just to see what it looked like." Experienced cruisers who actually do exercise pack one outfit they can rinse in the sink. That's it. The ship has equipment, towels, and usually yoga mats. You don't need to bring your home gym. You're not training for a marathon between Mai Tais and midnight chocolate buffets. Number 9. Extension cords that could cost you hundreds. This is the big one. Extension cords and surge protectors used to be cruise essentials. Every packing list recommended them. Some cruise lines even sold them in their gift shops. Not anymore. In 2024, it became a universal ban across every major cruise line. Not just discouraged, completely banned. Fire hazard, non-negotiable. And here's what they don't advertise: the fines. Royal Caribbean can charge up to $500 if they find you using a banned electrical device in your cabin. Carnival has similar policies. One guy thought he was clever, brought a surge protector anyway, figured he'd use it carefully. Housekeeping saw it plugged in, reported it, and he got a $250 charge on his SeaPass. No warning, no second chance, just a charge. For something that cost $15 at Target. The worst part? You don't even need them anymore. Ships built after 2020 have plenty of outlets and USB ports. Even older ships are getting retrofitted. That extension cord isn't solving a problem, it's creating one. Number 10. Books you won't read. That stack of 5 paperbacks you're definitely going to read by the pool? The vacation novels you've been saving? Please, you know what you're actually going to do by the pool? Drink, people watch, and fall asleep by page 3. Experienced cruisers who actually read bring one book or an e-reader. 1. Because here's the truth. Cruise vacations aren't reading retreats. Between activities, excursions, shows, and meals, you have maybe 2 hours of actual reading time, total, for the entire week. The ship has a library, usually a pretty good one. There's a book exchange where passengers swap novels. Your heavy suitcase full of literature isn't necessary. One woman admitted she brought the entire Game of Thrones series on a cruise, read exactly 0 pages. Those books toured the Caribbean and came home with their spines uncracked. Number 11. Snacks that sit in your cabin. Protein bars, granola, trail mix, those special crackers you can't live without. Your cabin becomes a convenience store that nobody shops at because there's free food available 24/7. Why eat a stale granola bar when there's fresh pizza at midnight? Veterans learned the hard way that snacks attract problems, ants in tropical ports, weird cabin smells, and the judgment of your cabin steward who has to vacuum around your snack explosion every day. Plus, if you forget about that open bag of chips, you'll have a nice surprise of staleness and possibly bugs when you get home. The only snacks experienced cruisers bring? Maybe some specific dietary items if they have restrictions. Otherwise, they know the ship is basically a floating food factory. You're never more than 50 feet from something to eat. Save the suitcase space. Number 12. Multiple formal outfits. But what if I spill something on my dress? What if the captain invites me to his table? What if there's a special event? Stop. Just stop. You're packing for imaginary scenarios that never happen. Most cruises have 1 or 2 formal nights. One outfit is plenty. If disaster strikes, the ship has laundry service. If the captain invites you to dinner, what you're wearing is already fine because formal nights aren't actually formal anymore. Remember? One woman packed 4 cocktail dresses for a 7-night cruise. Wore one. The others came home with the tag still on. Experienced cruisers pack one versatile outfit that can be dressed up or down. A little black dress with different accessories. A blazer that works with jeans or dress pants. Stop packing for a fantasy cruise that doesn't exist. Number 13. Beach towels that take up half your suitcase. This might be the dumbest thing people still pack. Cruise ships provide beach towels. Good ones. As many as you want. Clean ones every day. Yet people still stuff 2 giant beach towels into their luggage because they don't trust the cruise line to have towels. You know what those towels become? Dead weight. They sit in your cabin while you use the ship's towels because they're more convenient. Then you pack them again, now somehow heavier and taking up more space, having never touched sand or pool water. The ship literally has a towel station by the pool. You grab towels, use them, return them, grab fresh ones. No laundry, no sand-filled luggage, no mildew smell. Veterans laugh at beach towel packers. It's like bringing your own pillow to a hotel. Unnecessary and weird. Number 14, the entire medicine cabinet. Okay, this is the big one. The thing 90% of cruisers still pack that drives experienced cruisers crazy. A full pharmacy worth of just-in-case medications. Antacids, pain relievers, cold medicine, allergy pills, anti-diarrhea medication, motion sickness pills, Band-Aids, antibiotic ointment, and 17 other things you might need if the plague strikes at sea. Here's what rookie cruisers don't know. Ships have medical centers. They sell basic medications, often cheaper than you'd pay at home. That Dramamine you're hoarding? They sell it at guest services. That Advil? Available 24/7. Experienced cruisers bring their prescription medications and maybe a few basics. But that mobile pharmacy you're packing? It's paranoia disguised as preparation. One veteran shared this wisdom. In 47 cruises, the only medication I've ever actually needed was sunburn relief, which I bought on the ship for $3. The bottom line, pack like a minimalist, cruise like a pro. Look, I get it. Packing for a cruise feels like preparing for the apocalypse at sea. What if I need this? What if that happens? What if? What if? What if? But here's what experienced cruisers learned, usually the hard way. The ship has everything you actually need. Those veterans you see boarding with one carry-on and a backpack, they're not unprepared, they're enlightened. They know formal nights are optional, power strips are banned, and the ship provides more than you think. They pack what they'll actually use, not what they might possibly need in some unlikely scenario. The cruise lines have spent decades figuring out what passengers need and providing it. Yes, they charge for some things, but hauling your entire house onto a ship isn't the answer. Pack light, pack smart, and enjoy the freedom of not managing excessive luggage. So there you have it. 14 things smart cruisers eliminated from their packing lists and never looked back. Some because they're banned, others because they're useless, and a few because experienced cruisers finally realize the ship isn't a deserted island. If this video saved you from a packing disaster, smash that like button and subscribe for more cruise truths the industry doesn't want you to know. Comment "Cruise Smart" below if you're guilty of packing any of these items. Be honest, we've all dragged water bottles through security at least once. What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever packed on a cruise? Drop it in the comments. I promise we'll only judge you a little bit. Until next time, pack less, cruise more, and stop bringing your own towels to a ship with 1,000 towels.